We celebrate the Epiphany, the wise men coming and searching out the baby Jesus. It's a time for us to reflect upon many things in the church. For one, Christ being opened up to the whole nations. Not just a particular people, not just a particular country, but everybody, the whole world. Christ is here for everyone. Also, these men search him out. They ask questions. They're looking for information, wanting to know more. They learn and they find him. The beauty of all that is to really see what the church's mission truly is. We're not here just for the people of St. Joe's. Yes, our friends are in the pews, but that doesn't mean that our life does not extend outside of these walls. One of the things that I think we need to start thinking about as a parish, as a diocese, as Catholics, is to start to think about when this pandemic is over. What's our church going to look like? And what are we called to do to help out our church? Simply stated, a year ago, we would have more than double of what we have right now inside these pews. I have no idea who's going to come back, when they're going to come back. They're waiting for the all clear from Dr. Fauci. Might be waiting for the bishop to say, yes, now we can have the obligation of coming to Mass back, and then they'll come back. There also might be those who haven't been here since March, and they just have fallen out of habit, just fallen out of faith. What is God calling you to do about that? How is God calling you today to build up his kingdom? Think about the Epiphany in your own life. The first step is to fill our hearts with gratitude. We've just received all these gifts at Christmas, or we've given all these great gifts at Christmas because we have these great friends and family. We've just celebrated this great ceremony, this great ritual of Christmas. It might have looked different, but we still had some sort of sense of a great ceremony, a great day of feasting. Fill your hearts with gratitude of the gifts, the graces that God has given to you. We can sit and complain, that's great, that's human nature. We love to sit and complain about this or that. Wipe that away for a while this week and just fill your hearts with gratitude. This is what I'm grateful for. This is the great gift that God has given to me. To see the gifts that God has given to you. The talents. The relationships. A warm house. Food to eat. Someone to eat that food with. These are all great things to fill our hearts with gratitude about. And to have this faith that the Father loves us so much that that he sent his only child. That he sent us the baby Jesus. Once we have that, once we have this great sense of gratitude, this great sense that we have received all of these great gifts from our loving God, the next step is to really to be the Magi. It's to bring these gifts to the baby Jesus, to his service. Jesus, what can I do to help build up your kingdom? What can I do to build up your kingdom? Not what does Father have to do, not what does the parish have to do, not what the bishop has to do, or the diocese has to do, or what the Pope should say, but what do you individually need to do? You have all these great gifts that God has given to you. How are you going to give them back? Be the wise men in search of Christ. And when you find him, he will probably send you on a different route, a different way. For he is the way, the truth, and the life. Do you see the beauty of that? Here's the one thing that I learned in 2020. And actually, it's a life lesson that it takes a while for some of us to learn. We can't keep on doing the same thing and think that we're going to get a different result. You and I have been given gifts from our Heavenly God. What are you and I going to do to give back, to help build up this kingdom? This kingdom that he's given to us. And really, what a great prayer for us as we lean into the pandemic, as we continue on in the new normal, however you want to put it. How do we want to open up our doors of St. Joseph's to the neighborhood, to your neighbors, to your co-workers, to your family who doesn't come? And it's not just that we want to show them, hey, Father's a great preacher. Show them the Father's love. All these people in the Gospels converted, changed their lives because they saw Christ loved them. And it starts with that. Our church, our parish, is meant to go out into the world and to build up God's kingdom. It's not just for our little group. Because when we truly look at it, that's what it means to be a Christian. To be the light to the whole world. When we come back and gather ourselves together on Sundays, we gather the whole community back together and we celebrate the great Eucharist. We celebrate and receive the Word of God so that we can refuel ourselves and go back out again. Follow the path of the wise men. Fill your hearts with gratitude for all the great gifts and graces that God has given to you. and ask the great serious question, Father, what do you want me to do with these gifts? How do you want me to give them back for you? So that your kingdom